just read about the company Naked that is owned by Pepsi having to settle a class action lawsuit in the amount of $9 million for false labeling. Now, months and months ago, I don't even remember how long ago it was, we issued a warning to all vegans, all my vegan brothers and sisters. They kept telling me and others that you gotta make sure the label says organic. Well, from my perspective, I was trying to respond to them from a conscious perspective, being aware of the system in which we live. I told them, well, you at one time had labels that said all natural. Their response to me, and it was more than just one person, so I don't want y'all to think I'm picking on anybody. Their response to me was that, well, you know, all natural doesn't mean anything. Well, all natural absolutely means something. Not saying that it doesn't mean anything. I understand what the people were saying to me, but it does mean something. The companies realized that people were trying to be healthier than they were. Okay, so they wanted substances, they wanted to take foods and drinks that were not unnatural, not artificial, and not artificially flavored and all this. So the companies, to ease their mind a little bit, put the labels all natural on the food and drink. Well, of course, my vegan friends, all natural doesn't mean anything when you're living in a hostile environment, when you're living in a system that values wealth over health. We're very much aware that the words don't mean anything, but you can't replace all natural with organic labeling and now somehow think that you're going to be all right because you're eating and drinking organic foods and drinks according to the label. You cannot trust the label. This company, Naked, was sued and just had to settle a $9 million lawsuit for false labeling. You cannot trust capitalism, which stands for wealth over health. You cannot trust a system that's based or that is capitalistic, because some kind of way they're going to figure out how to get your little resources from you. The only way you can guarantee, as we've warned the vegan community last year, or maybe it was the year before, the only way you can ensure that your food is organic is not only to prepare it yourself, but you must produce it yourself. We are practicing the path of the least resistance in our revolution. So we think we're going to read books to get free. It's the same thing with our dietary practices. We're practicing the path of the least resistance. So we think we're just going to read some labels. When it comes to our diet, we think we're just going to read some labels. And now all of a sudden, we are eating ideal. That's not the case. You cannot trust the labeling. We issue the same warning that we issued months and months ago, a year or so ago, to the vegan community. The only way you can guarantee what you're eating is organic is to grow your food yourself. That's the only way. So don't go preaching to our people unless you're going to preach the whole doctrine of proper dietary practice. You can't tell them to improve their diet and then run to the slave master, run to the oppressor,